All right, I got one. And I know all of us get really turned off by this category because it's super popular in our space. And it's the hype, the beast mode, the motivation is everything pages. The ones that are like, get up, make it happen, kick ass, shut up, you're BW beast mode,
sleep,
crush.
train, repeat.
Yeah, it's, you can sleep when you die type of deal. That was something that super resonated with me when I was young and full of energy and really didn't know any better. But then as I became a coach and trainer, I realized just how terrible of a message this was, because although I was very effective at getting people motivated, nobody could possibly stay motivated all the time. And I would get this drop-off rate with clients.
This is one that whenever I talk, I always get pushback about this. Because there's always people
that love it.
Because it's very addicting.
Yeah.
The temporary feeling that you get when you watch these videos or you follow these types of people, like there literally is something chemically happening inside of you when you hear them present that message, and you have to learn to recognize that there's a part of you that's attracted and sometimes addicted to that feeling. And it's not very useful as far as you getting to your goals. And so whenever I talk about this one, I always get a flood of DMs of people that instantly get offended because most of their feed are these motivational hype beast mode type of personalities that they're drawn to. And the reality is that they fall in that category of the off and on people. And they are convinced that these people are useful to have in their life because they always recall the moments when they were motivated. Yeah. When it's like, oh, I watched what's his face, and man, I wasn't even going to go to the gym that day, and I got up and I went because of that. And so they attach, like, because I follow him, that one time I went to the gym, or they got me to go do this, and they don't realize that when you look at your life in a more like a 5 or a 10-year snapshot, has it really helped? You've been following that shit for 20 years, listening to those things.
Well, we grew up with G.I. Joe, and it's like, you always thought of yourself as this badass, like I always look up to like these like crazy military guys, like people that are like actually going out to get shot and like killed. And so it's like, that's a completely different thing. And it's weird that we associate that with like a workout, it's like, it makes sense to be like mentally disciplined to a degree that like, you have to just barrel through any challenge your way. And like, but you're just surviving. And that's the thing. That's the difference. Like there's like, in terms of like working out and training, we have to look at it differently because it has to be a lifelong pursuit. It has to be a daily activity. So to have that kind of like pain is just weakness leaving my body, like I have to just always be like this, is just unreasonable.
Well, it's unreasonable because you're going to, if you look at your life, okay, you're going to have periods where you're happy, sad, stressed, motivated, energized, tired, sick, weak. You got to be able to figure out how to use health and fitness to improve the quality of your life through all of those, not just the motivated, energetic states of mind. And trying to constantly keep yourself in an energetic, motivated state of mind not only denies the value, by the way, of all those other states of mind. There's value in all of those, by the way. There's a reason why we experience all those emotions. Not only does it deny that value, but you're going to burn yourself out, and you are going to eventually completely stop because you've fallen in love with the feeling. And once that feeling's gone, you don't know what to do. You don't know how to continue.
These influencers are glorified drug dealers. They're giving you adrenaline. They're giving you hits. And you love it, and you keep coming back for it, and you think they care about you.
Adrenaline, dopamine.
You think that they really care about you, and they don't. They have just found a way to trickle you a little bit of drugs to keep you coming back all the time because it is all hype. And another reason why I don't like it is because it causes people to overcorrect. Yes. You go from being super lazy, not doing anything, and then you get the guy yelling in your ear about what a wuss you are, and then you got to go kill it and crush it and run this far and do this and beat your body, and then you go and you do that, and then you think you're doing a good job because you made it through that week of punishing yourself, and it's like that is such a terrible way to approach changing behaviors in your life. If you truly want to get to this new found version of yourself that's much healthier and balanced and consistent, that this approach of all out, or, you know, adding all this or doing it until you can't walk anymore type of mentality is not going to lead to better behaviors. Even if it temporarily does, it will eventually collapse. And so this one, I'm always passionate about when we talk about it, and I always get pushback because there's people that are unaware of how addicted to it that they are.
The truth is, all of us were this guy when we first started out in the space.
100%.
All of us were. I sold training through hype and motivation, and it was very effective. Here's the irony. Later on, Doug is a great example. Doug hired me, very willing to hire me for like 4 or 5 workouts a week. I could have totally got him to hire me for 4 or 5 workouts a week. This is what he had done before. And I told him, no, we're only going to work out twice a week.
Doug's such a sucker.
Yeah, no. And my point is, he was ready. He was hyped. He was motivated. He'd done this before. My point is, when I adopted a different strategy, clients stayed with me much longer and developed these lifelong skills where they now had this relationship with exercise and nutrition that stuck with them forever. The other strategy was exactly what happened, what you said, Adam.
Well,
I'd get them so hyped and psyched, and they were with me for 6 months, and then gone.
Same. And then like what you realize is when you can get them to call you and schedule an appointment when they're not feeling good and when they're in pain, now you're really making progress with that person.
Totally.